Hello everybody, and welcome to this very special Tax Day edition of the LAFCO Instagram Live. As always, I will present today's topic, go over today's topic, and then open up the floor to questions about candles, burning candles, fragrance, pretty much anything that you'd like to ask. So in some of our prior lives, the discussion has often come up about what's being discontinued this year, why things are discontinued, and giving you all notice so that you can buy soon to be gone fragrances that you like. So today's topic is to introduce and talk about all of our discontinued fragrances, meaning what it means to us to be discontinued is that we are no longer producing them. We, as of last night, have put them all on sale on our website for 30% off. And they will stay around until they are gone. Some of these fragrances are absolutely fantastic, and I'm sorry to see them go. Some of them are good, but less than fantastic. As you all know, in order for me to continue making new fragrances, which I know is really important to everybody, including me, we can't let this get out of control. So we basically take our sales figures and look at the bottom performing candles, and whether we love them or not, out they go. So without further ado, we have Paloma Melon Classic Candle and, Signature Candle, $80 minus 30%, and Classic Reed Diffuser. Paloma Melon is like a cocktail-y kind of fragrance. The keynotes are lime, wild rosemary, and cassava melon. Wild rosemary, you all know what the smell of rosemary smells like. So this is really about the fun of having effervescent lime top notes, a heart note that is warm, and then a bottom note, the cassava melon, which is fruity and green. So it's really kind of very cocktail inspired. It's a great spring fragrance. On the flip side is our Blush Rose Candle, Signature Candle, and Classic Reed Diffuser. The Blush Rose was an attempt by me to make a modern rose, and it was quite successful for a few years, but then just dropped off. So what's interesting about the Blush Rose is that when people do rose, they often focus on the more voluptuous side of roses, the Bulgarian rose type, or they focus on the Rosa centiflora, the May rose, which is soft and dewy and petally. What I've done here with our Blush Rose is I've used both basically in equal proportions and put bergamot on the top to sort of effervesce the whole thing, trying again to make something rose using the Bulgarian, but keep it very youthful and dewy and powdery using the May rose, and give it lift and youthfulness from the bergamot. We're missing an item here. There is, I believe,
sold out already.
Of the diffuser?
Oh, no, I just don't have it out. Yeah.
Okay, so next is the Paradiso Fig. Is it signature and classic candle, or just signature?
Both.
Both signature and classic candle, and classic reed diffuser. This one is a funny, interesting story. I made this fragrance as kind of like a memoir fragrance for our 30th anniversary. And it took off and everybody loved it, and we kept selling out. And when we stopped producing our anniversary candle, customers really wanted me to put it in the line. So we put it in the line and we called it, what did we call it?
Paradiso Fig.
I forgot the room name, but and we reintroduced it, and nobody was interested in it anymore. So that is the reason for this being discontinued. So what this candle is well, first let me say it's one of our strongest candles. It is a combination of it's really like a fruity, incensey candle. It's playing with the idea of combining fruit and incense. So it's Paradiso Fig, which is an Italian fig. It's very rich, with a incense base and a peach note to give it some sort of creamy fruitiness to it. So we have a sort of combination of green fruit, fleshy, peachy fruit with this heavy incense base. The next three candles I am really sorry to see go. And these are the candles made for our Source and Story collection. So the Source and Story collection was a collection of 4 candles that we did. One of them is sold out. And each candle used as its primary focus a raw material that is extracted, which is harvested by small community farms. The ingredients are important ingredients to these local communities, part of their heritage, and also because these particular ingredients that were selected for this line all have a backstory of development funds being pumped into these communities to enhance the lives of these community farmers so that they would continue to farm to get free trade and fair trade prices for their oils. And it's just a whole sort of backstory in the world of fragrance that people don't often talk about. And I wanted to talk about these stories. I wanted to talk about these fragrances. So the first is Inca Myrtle. And Inca Myrtle is from Peru. And Inca Myrtle is a myrtle that has been harvested by the Quechua tribe in Peru. The Quechua tribe are descendants of the Incas, and they have been using Inca Myrtle as a food spice, as a flavoring, but also as a medicinal herb for people who had chest inflammations and chest colds and things like that. They would grind up this myrtle and put it on their chest, and it would open up their airways. So this is a highly herbaceous candle. The notes are mandarin and lime Peru, Inca myrtle, Chinus mole, which is California pink pepper, Palo Santo, and moss. So again, very herbaceous, with a little bit of spice from the pink pepper, and some grounding in moss and Palo Santo. So for anybody who really likes super herbaceous, green, really lovely fragrances, Andean myrtle is a great choice. Here on the right side is geranium bourbon. So similar to vanilla bourbon, geranium bourbon is a geranium variety that is cultivated in Madagascar, and more particularly in the Bourbon Islands off the coast of Madagascar. And this particular ingredient has taken on the name of geranium bourbon, the way vanilla from Madagascar, this particular type of very rich vanilla, has taken on the name of Madagascar vanilla. So the geranium bourbon is, so the smell of the geranium leaf is floral. Again, even though it's a leaf, it's slightly floral, a little bit minty with an apricot vibe to it. And what we've done is we've put rhubarb at the top, a bit of a spicy sweet tone, and then this slightly floral green apricot-y tone from the geranium bourbon in the middle. And then at the base, we've put galbanum, which you all know is sort of a green, woody, slightly spicy fragrance, as well as some cannabis. So it has this sort of earthy, slight floralcy, slight fruity tonality, but think of it as an earthy floral. The last one, probably my favorite of the lot, is benzoin Siam. And the benzoin Siam is from Vietnam. And benzoin is a very, very important ingredient in perfumery. If you were able to look at all of the ingredients of all of the perfumes, the fine fragrances out there in the world, many of them would have benzoin in them. It's a great base note, it's a great fixative note, but the smell of benzoin Siam is really quite incredible. It is like an unsweetened vanilla. Okay, so vanilla is from, depending upon the type, Madagascar vanilla is from the pod of the vanilla orchid. The benzoin Siam is a tree sap from, forgetting the genus of the tree, something tonkanesis. It's a completely different tree, has nothing to do with vanilla, but it has this wonderful creamy vanilla fragrance to it that's not sweet at all. So what we did here is we put cardamom on the top to give it some sort of warmth and slight spiciness. We have this creamy, unsweetened raw vanilla, And then at the base, we've added Madagascar vanilla, just to give it some sweetness and make it a little bit closer to a real vanilla profile, even though the overall fragrance very much maintains this benzoin kind of smell to it. So each of these three candles have different infrastructures according to what this particular